everyone. Welcome to the Let's Talk Show with DM Entertainment. Weekly, we discuss heartfelt topics that matters. Opinions are respected. Awareness meets action. We're not just discussing. We're connecting, educating, and celebrating here in the Fresno and Clovis areas, local and all around talent. We'd like to thank you for tuning in today. It's Friday, October the 13th, and we are filming at the beautiful CMAC Studios here in the Central Valley. And let's start with I have two special guest co hosts. Could you tell them about yourself and who you is?
I am Suzette Kelley. I have a foundation called Blakeney's Children Foundation. We help kids who have lost a mother and a father.
All right. Okay, this is our other co-host, which she's here all the time.
Hi, I'm Cicely. As you guys know, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm an advocate for breast cancer.
All right. And you?
Hi, my name is Latae Newhouse, and I'm a sociologist, an author, a motivational speaker, and a life coach.
All right.
Hi, I'm Kendra. I'm a vocational nurse for 22 years, and I love doing what I'm doing.
All right. We might need you, girl. All right. So we have some fantastic things we're going to be getting into today. But first of all, are y'all ready for some sizzle? All right. Come on.
Yes.
Okay. First, we have the GOP lawmaker predicts that Jim Jordan will have the votes to become Speaker of the House. So let's see a clip and see what he's talking about today.
Positive. I don't think that they were as positive. Uh, I think Jim Jordan's the favorite going in and coming out. I don't know, but there's a lot of raw nerves, and
Can he get to 217 though?
if he gets to the floor, I think he will.
So you think at this point it should be
And it might be a couple of rounds, but I think if he gets to the floor, he will.
Are you guys going back in to vote in conference soon?
Yeah, I think in 15 minutes.
Okay, so you're just taking a bathroom
and after,
break?
yeah.
And
If y'all want to follow me to the bathroom, I'll leave the door cracked so we can talk if that's okay. I don't want because I'm codependent. I'm kind of digging y'all.
Do you guys think that he'll make it as Speaker, Kendra?
No. No, they can't even make up their minds in the first place. I believe they're going to keep going round after round. They just fighting with each other, and I think it's going to continue.
Okay.
No, I don't believe so. Like Kendra said, they keep on going round and round, so I don't believe that he'll make it.
Sister Lee?
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think that he would make it. It's not enough to talk about it. It needs to be more on fire for me to think that he's gonna make it. But right now, to me, it's just something to do. Just somebody to put right there in the front or to say that we got it. Okay, we got somebody, but technically, no.
Well, he looks confident, so he might. I'm not for sure how everything is going right now. No telling.
Wow. Well, I'm thinking that they think it's a game
Mhm.
and they're playing with people's lives. And we need to really watch out and really get out to vote because the people you put in the office, it really, really matters.
Hmm.
And it's really important because right now it's a lot of things that's going on and we do need a Speaker of the House. They said it's next to the president the president, the vice president,
It's
and
fourth.
then there is
Like
a
fourth.
Speaker.
Yeah.
So what is we supposed to do if it was a war, if somebody shot some missiles or anything over here where we at? What's going to happen? We can't do anything because we don't have a Speaker of the House. So that's very important. And I think they need to stop playing games with that. But our second topic today is about on the news everywhere, Israel ordering an unprecedented evacuation from Gaza. Let's take a look at this clip.
Israel never and ever will not shoot civilians in purpose. Therefore, we are asking all the civilians in Gaza City, to go south of Gaza. And the reason is that because we don't want to harm them. The camouflage of the terrorists is the civil population. Therefore, we need to separate them. So those who want to save their life, please go south. We are going to destroy Hamas infrastructures, Hamas headquarters, Hamas military establishment, and take this phenomena out of Gaza and out of the earth. They cannot live among human, civilized people.
But 24 hours, is that deadline still holding, the 24 hours?
Thank you very much for your time today.
And they going too. They're like, let's go. That's crazy.
عدل ايش صار ايش في؟ بالله ونزلوا مناشير اليهود قال لك تسلم المنطقه كلها بعد وادرس ساكن بابراج العوده رايح رايح دير ليش؟ للتسليم عشان العالم كلها طالعه الله المستعان ربنا يفرجها على الجميع ربنا يفرجها.
This is really sad to see someone have to leave their home just because someone else told them they can't get along or whatever the reason is. And I've never seen that. I've seen it on the movies, but I've never seen it in person like that. I'm not in person, but I see it on TV, and it really bothers me. Suzette, what do you think about that?
Well, it brings you to tears because we all supposed to be helping each other, not hurting each other. And to see, this, it just makes you just want to scream, Like, I know that's touche, but can we all just get along?
Right.
Can we all just get along? I know I just take it personally, especially knowing about the kids. I'm passionate with the kids, so I'm still hurting.
Yeah.
I'm just still hurting.
Cicely?
I really believe I think it's really sad just to see the children walking with their parents, trying to escape from what's going on. But at the same time, war has been part of our history.
True.
Even before we can imagine, it's been part of our history. Unfortunately, we're getting to see the real side of what happens during these wars. We get to see the actual victims, because that's what they are. They're now considered victims. They've lost their homes. They've been put inside this. They're basically fighting a war that they didn't ask for, because they're being put out their homes with their children, nowhere to go, don't know where they're going or anything. But like I said, it's all part of history, and I just really feel bad for them, and we just need to come together and maybe do something to help.
Yes. Latae?
I really feel that is really sad. The way that they're being forced. They don't have a choice. They have to leave their homes. And most of them don't know where they're going to go. So it's like the man said, if you want to live, then you need to leave. If you want to live, so now your life is on the line and you have no choice but to leave the only home you know with your children. I couldn't imagine the stress that they're under right now, especially being parents and having to take your kids, and they're whining, they're crying because they don't understand and they're tired of walking, and you don't even know where you're going to sleep that night. As a parent, is touching. And the man on the video, he said, may God help everybody. And that's my prayer, for God to step in and help everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah, it is very sad. And you're right, Cicely, it is a part of history. And that's why this administration is helping out with the finance and trying to help these people fight, because it won't stop there. It'll, just what you see on TV there, don't think it can't happen here. So that's why we need a House of Representatives to lead, like leaders are supposed to be, not arguing back and forth and can't make up their mind, because we need to help these people. That, and then also, Israel's been really nice. They've been really nice because Hamas didn't show them any kind of mercy. They were killing all their civilians and kids, so at least they are asking them, get your kids out now because we finna retaliate back. So that, it is sad, and it unfortunately is a part of history, and that's why we have to keep helping Israel and also
Ukraine?
Ukraine. Yeah, we have to help them. Putin definitely is not going to stop.
No.
He went over there. He's going to keep going, and what we see on TV, don't think it can't happen here. So that's just why I feel about it.
True, and very true, and it's sad. Can you imagine? Even we living in America. Can you imagine
Yeah,
somebody
they just
telling
tell
us
us.
we got
Yeah.
24 hours to
Right.
get out of here? Where are we going?
Right.
Where are we gonna go?
Yeah.
What
Really?
are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
First thing we get to talk about, what we gonna do with all our stuff?
Yeah.
Yep.
We love our stuff.
And I
too,
think,
too privileged.
yeah, and I think that we should,
Spoiled.
as mothers and wives, I think we maybe need to put a backpack together and keep it in the closet with some
just in
candles in
case.
it,
Yep.
some water in it,
It's a holy water.
perishable food,
Yeah.
non-perishable foods,
Yeah.
Band-Aids, first aid kit. So we would want to do that to protect ourselves just in case something might happen.
Yeah.
We might don't have no pictures. I hope Facebook come back to life. Back then, because social media get to keep all your pictures and stuff. Because remember, if you burnt up or your stuff burned up, you won't have nothing. So at least if you're taking pictures, putting them away. On social media, you might have them when you get back. But it's just sad, and we need to say a prayer for everyone over there in both of them, because both Israel and Gaza. We need to say Gaza did start it, but hey, they gotta. They need to come to an agreement for the kids. Why do the kids have to suffer? That's what I feel.
They're just pure evil.
Yeah, but thank everyone for their input, and we will take a quick break, and we will be right back.
All right.
All right. Welcome back, everyone.
All right.
And we have two special guests that came here today to speak to us about cancer awareness. Dr. Mohammadi and Diane.
Right. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So, what would you like to introduce us and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, how are you guys?
We're doing good. Welcome to the Let's Talk
Thank you
Show.
You're welcome.
for inviting me. I'm Dr. Mohammadi. I'm a medical oncologist in the field of breast and OB/GYN, and I'm working in women's cancer care, which is part of the TOI here in Fresno.
Amen. Welcome.
And my name is Diane Yusuf. I am the operations manager for the site in Fresno, and I'm so glad to be here today.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Mohammadi, could you tell us a little bit about how long you've been practicing and what made you want to get into this field?
I'm actually a new graduate. I recently finished my fellowship in Tennessee, and I recently moved here to Fresno to do my practice. Yeah, but I did my fellowship for about 2 years, and before that, I was doing internal medicine for some time. But now I'm here to practice medical oncology for some time.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. And Diane?
And I'm from Fresno. I've always been here, and so I went to Fresno State. I just started with Women's Cancer Care part of TOI for the last couple of months, and it's been a great experience so far.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Any one of our co-hosts would like to ask any questions?
So how long have you been doing yours for?
Sorry, what?
How long have you been?
So I'm the operations manager there. I think, since it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it's really great to be on the show to bring awareness and, to have Dr. Mohammadi on here so she can answer questions if you guys have any.
I kind of do. I do have a question. Okay, so for when women are first getting their mammograms, when they start getting them, when they have a lot of scar tissue, how come some facilities have I don't know if I'm saying it right or not, but the imaging that goes through the dense tissue, and some of them just say, oh, it's just dense tissue, but it could be cancer inside of there.
True, yeah.
So how come they just don't all do it? I'm not sure if you know that or not, but.
Yes.
why they don't have it all. Because I think all offices should just have that.
True, yes. So we have some of the people who have more dense breast tissue than the other people. Usually when you age, the density comes down. That's why in older age, it's recommended to do mammogram. But if you have a more dense breast tissue and you cannot sit very well with mammogram, it's recommended to do an ultrasound. And also in younger patients, especially less than 30 years old, if they feel a lump or if they have any abnormality, it's recommended to do ultrasound. So in cases that we encounter this, we recommend to do mammogram and ultrasound together.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Sure.
Okay. I wanted to know, is there signs or is it, that you'll be aware of that you may have besides just the lump? I mean, is it certain type of signs you that you can pay attention to?
So the first thing that I want to emphasize here is in early stages, lots of the time we don't have any symptoms. And that's why it's very important to start a screening with mammogram because you may not feel anything and you may have cancer for some time. But except having a lump, when the cancer grows, you may feel other symptoms as well. And it's important that all the women be aware of those symptoms. One is the lumpiness that you talked about, but we can have breast pain, or you may feel something that you didn't feel in the past. Some patients feel some ache that they didn't feel in the past. Also, you can have some skin changes. So it's very important that all the women take a look at their breast on a regular basis because you may have some skin changes, you may have some redness, or sometimes your nipples can get inverted or retracted. Lots of the women have inverted nipple normally, but if you see the change, that's also important. Also, some patients may feel some lump in their armpits. So if you feel something like an armpit, which is new for you, that's also an alarming sign. So in case you have any of these symptoms, it's good that you go and see your doctor and they may do some imaging for you.
Oh, okay. What's the ages? I mean, is there an age limit from beginning and all the way, like when you're 70, 80, do you still go get it done?
For the mammogram?
Yes.
So right now it's recommended to do the mammogram started around age 45 to 50. If you have some high risk features, like if you have any family history, maybe you should start earlier, like at age 40. And it's recommended to do it every 2 to 3 years until age 75. So that's a recommendation right now according to American College of Oncology. But you may have symptoms before that, then in case you get symptoms, you have to start it earlier.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
I have a question. A lot of people that that I know that have been diagnosed with breast cancer, a lot of them are ignorant to the fact, and when I say ignorant, I don't mean it in a bad term, but they're ignorant to the fact of the type of cancer, breast cancer they have, and that there's different types of breast cancer. There's lobular, there's estrogen positive, then you got non-hormonal, you got all of these different ones. Can you give a breakdown to the audience and just let them know about the different types of cancers that's out there and how they require different treatment?
Of course. So regarding the type of the cancer cells that gets involved, we have two types of the breast cells that can become cancerous. One is ductal and one is lobular. The most common type is the ductal one, but we may see lobular cancers as well. But in the management of the breast cancer, these ones usually are not that important. That's why maybe some patients don't know if they have a ductal cancer or lobular cancer.
I know that part too, and not to cut you off, but what I meant was like hormonal and non-hormonal. Like take, for example, I had an auntie, she had got diagnosed with breast cancer and hers was non-hormonal and she ended up being BRCA1. So when I told her, because I have ductile hormonal, and when I told her that mine was hormonal and I took hormone blockers to block the estrogen, she was wondering why she didn't take it. And she had no idea about her staging. She had no idea about her the types or anything?
I understand. Yes. So one category, as I said, that's according to the cell types that we categorize the cancers to ductal and the lobular. But we have some other markers that are important for us. As you said, one type is the hormone positive breast cancers. One type is HER2 positive breast cancers, which is another marker. And we have triple negative, or the ones that don't have any of these ones. And the treatment is very different in each category. So it's very important that we know, and we also educate our patients to know what type of cancer they do have. Also, it's good for their own benefit that they know what they should get, and maybe if other people ask them. So for hormone negative ones, the triple negative breast cancers and the HER2 positive breast cancers, most of the time we need some type of systemic therapy or chemotherapy. But it also depends on the stage. The most important tool that we have in treating the breast cancer in general is doing the surgery. And most of the time in most of the breast cancers except stage 4, we do surgery. After that, our second tool will be radiation. And lots of our patients would need radiation. I don't want to go through the details and tell you exactly which patients need radiation, but it's important that our radiation doctors also see and see if our patient needs it or not. It depends on the stage and if the patients had any involvement of the lymph nodes and the type of the surgery that they had. The other tool that we have is the chemotherapy or systemic therapy that it's, as I said, mostly important in the HER2 positive and the triple negative breast cancers. But in hormone positive breast cancers, if they are big or if they have involvement of the lymph nodes, sometimes you also need the chemotherapy. The other tool that we have, as you mentioned, are the hormonal pills, or we call them hormonal, but they basically suppress the hormones in our body. And it's usually for the patients who have hormone positive breast cancers. Those are pills that our patients have to take them for some time. And we have a new tool, or we call it immunotherapy, that is also important to fight with the cancer in patients who have triple negative breast cancer. So at this point, we have different tools for fighting the breast cancer, and there are tons of research that are doing more because we know that the breast cancer is very common, so it's very important to do more research about it.
All right. That is so important.
Yes, it is.
So important.
Thank you.
Yeah, and there's a lot of programs out there, for people who want to get tested, or, even like underserved population where it's harder, they don't have insurances. There's programs like BCCPT, and you can go to any clinic and they sign you up with Medicare or Medi-Cal, and they can get you tested. And so I think it's really good to put that out there, that there is always resources.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask you one more question. For the hormonal therapy, and taking those the hormone blockers and everything like that, I've noticed that, and I know that everybody is different. Can you explain the difference? Why some people take hormone pills for 10 years versus 5 years versus 20 years? Because I'm working on 7.
Like, how long I gotta take this?
So honestly, the duration of the time that you do hormonal therapies basically depends on the stage of the cancer and also some characteristics that the cancer has. If you have a stage 4 breast cancer, you have to take the hormonal therapy or any type of the treatment that you take for the rest of the life until your cancer progresses. But in lower stages, it depends on the grade, on the size, on the involvement of the lymph nodes, and we take all these into consideration to decide how many years our patient needs it. The most common years that it's recommended for most of the people is 5 years. So most of the patients need 5 years at least, but to extend it more than that after 5 years, that would be a decision by the doctor according to the characteristic of the cancer, I would say.
Okay. So do you have, how could we get in contact with you? I mean,
I mean, someone can get in contact for more information, for different resources.
Yeah.
Email, phone number.
So our clinic is Women's Cancer Care, part of TOI, and so our clinic is on Thesta Street, and so it's pretty brand new. It's been part of TOI for about a month and a half now, and we're always accepting new patients. We get them in as soon as possible. We could do same day appointments, and so referral or no referral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you, ladies.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month for October, and we are really sensitive about this subject. But thank you so much, and you're gonna have to come back. You guys have to come back. Okay. Well, thank you for coming on, and we'll be right back after this message.
All right.
Speak what's on your mind. Let's talk. Whatever you've been through.
All right, we're back. And now it's time for some Let's Talk shout outs. And first, I would like to give a shout out to my cousin, Shannice Cheeks Richardson. She got her degree and she did it. She hadn't been feeling great. She knows what I'm talking about, but she went to school and she graduated, and I'm so proud of you and I love you so much. Let's give her a round of applause. You love her? Okay, next, I have a shout out, a Let's Talk shout out to my BFF. And she actually showed up today. I gotta tell you about this one, but she gonna have to come up. Come on, welcome my BFF. Look at your seat over there. Well, I had to do this because ever since I've been a little girl, like younger, I always wanted a best friend. And I'm gonna tell you, this is 40 years of friendship. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I'm not gonna cry, but I'm gonna tell you, we never had an argument. We never had a fight. She's always been there for me. Always. There's never a time I could call on her and she wouldn't be there for me. And I don't know about people and they say they got a best friend. But let me tell you about this best friend. Her parents got me. I was bad when I was younger, but I was right on over there. They made me feel at home. But she's always there. And a lot of people don't talk about friendship anymore. But I wanted to talk about her because this is a real definition of a BFF. And I wouldn't trade her for nothing in the world. I would never trade her. Thank you for being there for me, for being there. You know, she's my therapist. She's my counselor. She old lady. She was Lashonda, but she'll always tell me about myself. She won't tell me what I want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, if I want to be balanced, I say I got to call my BFF. I got to call her because she's going to keep me balanced, but she do it with the love of God. And she do it because she loves me. There is no doubt. You know how some people doubt?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't doubt. I know she loves me. And she know I love her the same. So I just love you and I thank you so much for coming today. And you thought it was about me, huh? I got you here, huh? So we love you. All right. Thank you for watching this episode, and we will be back next week. And thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I am Lashonda Lee, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.